has delayed. We looked at a period between 2024 going backwards to 2019, where already there was a 64 billion shilling bill. That was the amount of capitation that had not been sent to schools by the end of 2024. So add 2025, add now where we are in the second term. So interesting enough, first term capitation was sent on time, even before schools opened first term. And we thought, perhaps this is the year of our Lord. And 2026 would be different. But then now we are here getting into second term and that hasn't happened just yet. What happens to the money that doesn't go to capitation? Because you know what? You still owe them. If you paid less, this still 22,000 less 7,000, and then less another 3,000, you still ended up paying them just 11,000 shillings in capitation. You ended up sending 11,000 shillings per child in capitation. This is now, we're just talking about secondary, right? If you didn't send that money, what happens? This is two blocks of money. The money that gets into the budget basket is money that comes from revenue, taxes, and then money that comes from borrowing. So if money has come, if it comes eventually, so because we've said that budget has been fulfilled, isn't it? That at the end of the financial year in Kenya, the fiscal year, budget has been fulfilled. Yes. Because budget is not just saying where is it going to come from. It's actually looking at the spending process, appropriating all of that spend, and we say, okay, this is what the audit report looks like. That's why these two offices are working together. Now, if you say that the budget for education was 702 billion, all of these boxes should have been filled. At the end of the period, we know that there's certain money you have not sent, but your budget has been filled. Where does that money go? Who accounts for that money and says, yes, we still owe you 11,000 shillings in capitation between 2024 and 2026, but that money has come in and Kenyans are paying it back in tax? Where is that money?
Unfortunately, I'm not a member.
Or do they give? I know, but do they? We can wonder together here. Does it come back? Is it in a kitty somewhere and they say, okay, come 20, we'll give it? What happens?
You see, the problem is not even the Ministry of Education, because sometimes you would even sympathize with the Cabinet Secretary for Education, because they have written down their requirements for the sector, and it goes through Parliament, and Parliament is one that appropriates. So these questions, it's unfortunate that we are asking them in this setup, and they have not been asked in the correct forum. And the correct forum is Parliament. So when I see a member of Parliament in a matanga telling us the way money for education has not been sent, and I'm like, shut up. Can you go and ask those questions where it matters the most? So what are you telling people in a matanga that money has been sent, so they do? And I listened also to the conversation that you were having in the first hour when you were discussing about Parliament. And it's unfortunate. And it is unfortunate because where are these accountabilities? How don't we know? How Parliament passes the law, which is the appropriations, that this money was supposed to be spent this way, this money was supposed to be shared this way. So midway, money for education has not been sent, but there is monies for everything else. The 80 billion that you're saying for Nairobi, there is monies for empowerment. There is money. So the problem that we have, and I hope that Kenyans are learning from this, is that Parliament is our shield. It is supposed to be our shield. Before a greedy president who does not respect the constitution hits Mwananchi, he ought to find a very strong buffer here.
In Parliament.
In Parliament. Pushing him away. That is why they're called oversight. But what kind of oversight are we having right now? Because the same money has been used to buy Parliament. It has bought the members of Parliament. This is how come a summon by the president to members of Parliament is more important than a summon by the people who voted for them. We have the evidence. We told them, do not pass the finance bill. Because why? You're robbing us of disposable income. But a summon by the president is more important to them. Why? You know, the why is so clear. Because the president will not vote for you. The president cannot vote for a member of Parliament. True. The president cannot fire. He cannot fire a member of Parliament. He cannot. He does not have that kind of ability. So Kenyans must investigate. What is this that makes the president be listened to by the members of parliament? It is because this administration has destroyed all systems. I listened to members of parliament telling us that, we have to go to the president's party so that you can get development. Hogwash.
On Hogwash, let's take a break. It's 9 a.m. We continue with this conversation because then moving forward, where are we going?